Just trying to survive and learn to love along the way by Foreplay on AO3. Episode 118, Chapter 118 of Weak Villains and a Short Timer. The villain moves quickly, far too fast for anyone to react before he's there, wrapping a hand around Kaminari's arm and roughly pulling him to his feet. Izuku's about to move, to do something to help his friend, when there's a great flash of yellow. Then his vision clears. Kaminari is on the ground, the villain on top of him. Sero is the first to react him, following closely by Izuku. They pull the unconscious villain off their friend and find him, thankfully, unharmed. That was a lot of output, Kami. Are you okay? Sero is right. That's the most he's seen Kaminari use, without any drawbacks. He's seen him stuttering more than less. Yeah, I'm fine. Been training lots. Kaminari accepts their help to his feet. He's a little shaky, but otherwise okay. They're about to head back to the safety of the rock when they hear the voices. Are you sure you ain't just imagining things? I swear, there was yellow fucking lightning coming from over here. Footsteps approach, and when the men round some debris, the three of them are still completely frozen. It's only two villains, which wouldn't normally be a problem, except one of them opens their mouth and yells for backup before they can stop him. Well, fuck this. Kacchan is suddenly in front of them, blasting the villains with a minor explosion. Even the small blast is enough to knock them out, but it's also enough to shake the building a little, adding another chunk of ceiling to the pile on the floor. Kacchan, be careful! I fucking know! Why do you think it was such a small blast? Any answer Izuku could have given him is no use when another group of villains makes an appearance because of the noise. At this point, there's no use in trying to sneak anymore. The 8 of them form a loose circle, trying their best to cover each other's backs. It's surprisingly easy, considering the amount of villains. The League must have been desperate for people. Did they just go around picking people off the streets? None of these villains are very combat capable, and some of them hardly had a handle on their own quirks. Are they really why the whole school went into hiding? In practically no time at all, the unconscious bodies of the villains are laying on their feet. Since there's no reason for stealth anymore, they don't bother to retreat behind the rubble. They split up into pairs. Might as well deal with any stragglers while they can. Maybe afterwards they could head back to the bunker to help his dad and Yaoyorozu with Mirako, if they haven't freed her already. Izuku finds himself paired with Jiro. He hadn't spent a lot of time around the girl, but he likes her well enough. She's always been nice to him, and her relationship with Kacchan's group of friends is almost as amusing as it is terrifying. They find a part of the room that's not covered in debris. There, Jiro uses her quirk to check for more people. It seems clear in here, but I can hear a couple people outside. None of them are from our class. Did Hitoshi's group make it out okay? Because he hasn't seen or heard from them. If they'd still been inside while Izuku's group was fighting, they would have joined in. I think so. Nobody mentioned seeing any students, so they should be okay. Izuku slumps a little in relief as Jiro removes her jack from the floor. He's about to speak to suggest they meet up with the rest of the group when a sharp yell breaks the silence of the common room. Guys, get over here! Kirishima sounds panicked. Could something have happened to Kacchan? There aren't supposed to be any more villains in here. Izuku takes off, Jiro following closely behind. It's not hard to find their friends, considering the size of the room. For how much trouble they were having getting through it, it's not that big of a space. The first two to reach the pair, upon first glancing. Everything looks fine. The two of them are standing where the kitchen counter used to be. But when Izuku looks closer, he could see the panic look on both Kacchan and Kirishima's faces. He could see the odd-looking device in front of them, the red glow of numbers, making his friend look even more horrified. The rest of the group arrives quite loudly, and everyone forms an odd semicircle around the device in the kitchen. Holy shit! Is that a bomb? Kaminari is the first to speak. Izuku wants to tell him no, that there's no way there could be a bomb here, but they all have great attendance. They were all there when his dad showed them pictures of bombs so that they knew what they looked like and what to do if they came across one. He hadn't taught them how to disarm one. There are too many types and far too many complications to teach a bunch of 15-year-olds. They've been given a list of heroes they could contact, organized by region. They're heroes who are specialized in explosives and how to avoid setting them off. Izuku can even remember the heroes they should be near at their school, but none of them could get here in time. 10 minutes. That's how long is left on the timer. Unless the right hero is somehow stationed in one of the nearby bunkers, there's no way they could get this unarmed in time. Well, there is one nearby, but she can't do anything about this, because Mirako is pinned in the bunker, bleeding out while his dad... Oh my god, we need to help Dad. Everyone looks away from the timer at that. They're still in the basement. Uraraka looks shocked, as if she'd expected them to sneak past them. Even though Izuku knows the truth, that his dad and their classmate and a hero are all downstairs, he doesn't object when Jiro crouches down to check anyways. All it takes is a solemn nod for the group to start panicking again. 9.5 minutes. I'm going down there to help. The rest of you should get out of here. No way, man. We're not leaving you behind. Predictably, it's Kirishima who protests. Izuku wants to argue, but even Kachan has a determined look on his face, and that gives him a pause. Well, some of you need to escape, to tell everyone else to get far away. Because who knows how big the explosion could be. Don't they have comms down there? One of them could tell everyone for us. Ashido is right. All three of them do. Dad said they're pretty short range. There's a lot of concrete that could interfere too. A few faces fall. Kaminari, you need to go. Find Ida and boost his comm with your quirk so we can connect all pros. And I don't want you going alone. Sero puts his hand on Kaminari's shoulder before he could protest. Ashido, Jiro, your quirks won't help much with this, so I think you should head out too. They both nod, so Izuku turns to the other three. They all look determined, ready to head back to the bunker to free Mirako, to risk their lives to save others. Let's go. 8 minutes left. Oh my god. A bomb. A bomb. No fucking way. Dude, what is the next one? Now I know why it said of a timer. I thought maybe it's just like, oh, they have to fight these villains quickly. Okay. Next chapter, which is chapter 119 of Running and Explosions. Izuku and his small team head back to the bunker to save Mirako. Will they make it out in time? This chapter mentions of blood injuries. There's also an explosion and a mention of amputation. That's probably Mirako. Okay. Okay. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are going to be down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.